Hello everyone. I'm going to do a little bit more of a reading on Cleo Smith since she still hasn't been found. You can watch me shuffle. I'm just going to ask a few questions. Going to ask about how she is today, a card that represents that, what we need to know, advice to searchers, anything else of importance. And then I am going to ask about the water, just because water came through kind of in one of my readings, and then when I took a class with a well-known psychic, water was something that he saw too. I know she was at a campground. In my meditations, I actually saw someone trying to carry her out of the water, but her body was kind of limpless at that moment. So I'm just going to read and see what else I get, anything more, and what these cards have to tell us here. So let me just concentrate for a second. First card we're going to pull is a card representing Cleo today, right now. Today is October 30th. All right. In my mind, for whatever reason, I was seeing a sword that kind of looked like a cross. I know I've seen that in one of the cards. I think it's the, oh, what card is that? The Five of Swords, I think. I think it's the Five of Swords where they have that, the swords laying on the ground like that. All right, so again, this is the Seven of Cups. I do believe we may have gotten this card before, like some of the choices. This is a card about choices, and cups can stand for water. And every time I see this card, I do see this woman kind of, I see her right there. I don't know if you can see her, but I do see a woman in this. And this is a card about choices and making choices that aren't the greatest. Possibly a choice was made in the water that wasn't a really good choice, or a choice involving water. You know, she's just a baby, so she doesn't know good from bad. She doesn't know what is right or wrong. And little kids, you know, as a parent, I'm sure if you are a parent, you know, sometimes your kids do things that that aren't in their best, you know, outcome. So we try to be careful, and we try to train them up and teach them what's good and what's not good. You know, what you shouldn't do. Like kids will run out in front of cars and things like that because they just don't know. And I think in this card, I think the little one just didn't know. You know, she did things not knowing. So let's get a card about what we need to know about this situation. What do we need to know about little Cleo? Let's see what we get about the little girl. What we need to know about this situation. It's that card right here. Okay, so this is a this is the Chariot card. This is a card about movement, about going places, about traveling. There are three people in this card. I kept getting a three theme in the other card too. So, you know, this could have been a boat. I don't know. But in my other reading, we did get three in a boat. And now we have three traveling again here. Three with, in this card, a lot of people are saying these two are going in a different direction. The guy's kind of trying to bring them back into the same direction. If something happened to her that did involve water, I do think it's possible it was an accident. And, you know, they just accidentally went in the wrong direction. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what else the cards have to say. Let me just ask for a little bit more clarity on that Chariot. I will say, you know, this is a major arcana card. So these cards like have a lot of significant meaning in tarot. When you get a major arcana, sometimes this little, it's like a little, sometimes people call it a pacifier, but it's not. It has another meaning, and for whatever reason that little symbols coming out to me. I always think of it like the Red Cross, although that's not what it is. All right, so I'm going to ask for a little bit more clarification on what we need to know. Does look like there was some travel at some point. All right, so what do we need to know more about little Cleo Smith? All right, so that's the Fool. That's again somebody kind of wandering off, being the Fool is not really thinking about consequences, right? The Fool's just in the moment. You see this person, even if you don't read tarot, you can see they're just like la la la, off on their own, having a good time. They're right about to step off a cliff, but they don't realize that. These are mountains in the back, but when I look at them in this card, it does remind me of waves and stuff. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll read a little bit more. I do think the little girl did something that was a little bit dangerous, and is what I see, but she's just a baby and she doesn't know. So let me see advice to searchers. Even that was if that was her just going with somebody, you know, somebody else. Just not being a kid, you know, not realizing. So let's read about advice to searchers. So I'm getting two cards here. We're going to go with these two. All right, so we got this card the last time too, 3 people in a boat, and that's why I keep saying it's possible this could be something that has to do with water. And that did kind of come through last time. We've got the 3 theme going again. I would search the water some more if it was me. That's just kind of where I'm leaning, to be honest with you. And the World card, this card's always a little bit worrisome to me because sometimes the World card means that that person has completed their journey in this world. The World card is a completion card. It's like passing through, passing from one, completing one journey and starting anew on another. Sometimes I've had it, you know, I had this if you go back to my Brian Laundrie readings, that these were the cards, things like this were the cards that were making me think, I don't know, guys. I know you think he's in Cuba, but my reading's saying he's maybe passed on. And it was a card like this. So with these two together, the water and possibly passed on, I don't love it. I don't love what I'm seeing here with Cleo. If it was me, I would look in the water some more. That would just be me. Okay. Anything else of importance is what we're going to ask now, because sometimes I don't know what to ask and I just want the cards and you know the message to come through. So let me focus on that. Anything else of importance that we need to know about the disappearance of little Cleo Smith? Anything else of importance that we need to know? Well, we got this card in the last reading as well. This is a woman who is very, very racked with anxiety, very, very worried, you know, can't sleep at night. Again, my last reading really focused on a woman. Look at this, whoever this woman is. You can go back to my last reading on Cleo Smith and see that. Well, we've got the same woman here, very worried. And these two on the bottom, if you pull this card up, it's a 9 of Swords. And I just read with the regular Rider-Waite traditional tarot deck. Nothing special here, but this was one of the very original decks and one that I was drawn to. You'll see on the bottom a man and a woman fighting down here, and this woman very, very, very worried. So I think this may be going on with the people that know what happened with Cleo. I'll just leave it at that. All right. And then I'm just going to flat out ask about Cleo and water because that does seem to be a theme that keeps coming through. Tell me about Cleo and water. Cleo and water. Okay, we have something right in here. Cleo and water. What's this one here? Well, that is the King of Pentacles. That's the first time I have seen a man come through in this reading. I mean, aside from the Chariot, I guess that's a man driving and two forces going in separate directions. This is the King of Pentacles is actually pretty, a man that has kind of the things he wants, and he's looking at the Pentacle. Sounds like, if you want my take on this, the man also knows the situation in this. I see his eyes diverted, and I think the man is trying to divert his eyes from the situation, and the pentacles can sometimes stand for a person. They can stand for a person's body, you know, the physical body of a person. I think a man saw this. I think a man knows what happened, and I think a man is well aware of the whole situation that went on. Lots of, I think these are, I know they're bulls, and I know that stands for one of the signs, but I'm not sure which. I'm not into astrology at all. But I think there's a man there who is diverting his eyes. That's the message that's coming through there. So I'm just going to ask for one more card of anything, just an anything card. I just am asking for, well, let me ask for advice and advice from here on out about this whole situation. Okay, we've got something way up here. Advice on this whole situation. And it's this very first card here. This is a Four of Pentacles. Again, we actually do have a man here, and we've got a man with the Pentacles theme. Remember, we just had the King of Pentacles. So we've got this guy keeping things very close to him, keeping what he has very close to him, not sharing, not being open, not telling what he knows and what he may have seen is what I'm getting from this. So take that for what you will. You can just take this reading for what you will, but I don't know. We'll see what comes out of here. I don't have the best of feelings about this whole situation. I do think people know what really happened to Cleo. Let me ask when that's going to come out, or if let's ask this, if she's found. So let me just focus on that for a second. I'm just asking for, tell me about Cleo being found. Cleo Smith. That's an important one. Cleo being found. Well, that's the Empress. That's very much a mothering card. It is possible that she is found, or that somebody, a woman, we did see a woman being involved in this in the earlier readings. Maybe this woman just kind of tells what's going on. I didn't get the High Priestess. Now, the High Priestess is a woman with secrets. This is a woman that's a mother, that is Mother Nature. Sometimes it can stand for. Very much, this person's very caring. They're not a mean person whatsoever. Taken with that King of Pentacles, you know, sometimes accidents happen. I did say that before in my other reading. And people, for whatever reason, don't come forward and talk about them right away. But as a will Cleo be found, this is telling me a woman knows, which we've seen before in my readings. Definitely a woman knows what happened with Cleo. And for right now, I think she's kind of keeping that behind her. You know, we see the woods and the water here. I don't know that she's going to come right out right now and tell us. Let me ask it a little bit more to clarify that card. Cleo being found. Cleo being found, and let me rephrase my question. The world kind of finding out what happened to Cleo. Cleo being found in that sense, that we find out what happened with her. That we find out, the world finds out what happened with Cleo. Well, that's a really good card for that, isn't it? That's the Justice card. So that does look like the world does find out whether somebody's got her, and hopefully she's returned. You know, I am looking at that man with Pentacles, King of Pentacles, as a money guy, and the Four of Pentacles is also a man really focused on money. So it is possible that somebody comes forward. There is quite a big reward, is my understanding. So I do feel justice will be served in this case. We do have the Justice card. Again, justice is a major arcana, and so is the Empress. Possibly with these two together, a woman coming forward that does know about her. Empress does not, it can be very much a mother card that represents a mother. Doesn't have to be Cleo's mother, okay? I'm gonna just make sure that I say that, but a mother is what this card is representing. And then we see the Justice card. So I do believe this situation that the justice will come from a woman who is a mother, possibly with this king situation, King of Pentacles guy, kind of around there too. For whatever reason, my voice doesn't want to hold out on this. So know that I do believe justice will be served in this case. I do believe we will find out the truth. I do believe that truth will come from a woman, possibly with a man too. And we'll all just have to, unfortunately, wait. I'm not the best at timing, or I try some timing on this to give you an idea of when that justice will be served, but I do think justice will be served. All right, that's what I got for my second reading on Cleo. Let's all just pray for this baby, and that the best will come, and you know, we can only hope for a good outcome, and for justice to be served in this case. Take care. Bye-bye.